Hi everyone. I thought I would tell you a little bit about what I think makes a huge difference when you're older and give you my 5 top tips for bringing an older face to life. I'm Tricia. I'm founder and MD of Look Fabulous Forever, and we have a range of makeup which is specifically formulated to what I think is really important to help older faces, eyes, and lips look better. So, this week I'm going to start with skincare. Skincare is the canvas on which you're going to put your makeup. If the canvas isn't very good, then the makeup won't look very good either. So I have a skincare regime which works for me, and I'm not telling you what products to use, I'm just saying what I use and what works, I think, best on my skin, which is quite difficult because I have acne rosacea, so I get these blemishes and redness and so on and so forth. So what I use is products which I find in the chemist, in Boots, and always, having cleansed my face, I start with a serum, which is their Protect and Perfect one. I like it because it feels lovely on my skin. It seems to really make a difference to how well my makeup goes on. And I follow that with their moisturiser, which has got an SPF of, I think it's 15, which is always useful. That means that my skin is always getting some kind of sun protection factor when I'm out and about. I'm 67. I think I have a relatively unwrinkled skin, which is probably down to good genes, the fact that I've never smoked, I don't drink. You probably think I have an extremely dull life, but I actually enjoy myself a lot. But all of these things are factors which affect the quality of your skin. But looking after your skin, you can improve the quality of your skin enormously. So, good skincare, and every now and again, I would say 2 or 3 times a week, I'll use something like this. This is a Boots Botanics facial scrub. It's an exfoliator, and that just sloughs off any of the dead skin that you've got on top. So get your skin ready for makeup, and then I'd say my second top tip for older women is actually to wear makeup. I put something out onto Facebook last week which was about why bother with makeup, and I had several hundred responses to that saying I always wear makeup, makeup makes me feel better, and so on and so forth. So I'm not trying to tell you that you've got to wear makeup, but if you do, it really does make an enormous difference to an older face. Now the reason is, and if you look at my face at the moment, is that older faces tend to lack something called luminance of contrast. That means that everything has faded. Now I've got eye makeup on and I've got a base on, but I'm going to show you how to bring an older face to life quite easily just using 3 products. So I'm going to start with my brows. Now, brows are actually quite challenging when you're older. They tend to fade, they tend to lose their shape, they get wiry and straggly and so on and so forth. So putting back some shape into your brows really helps enormously to improve the proportion and symmetry of your face. It also makes your eye makeup look better. So I'm going to start with my brows, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to groom them using this spoolie brush. I don't know what you use on your brows or whether you don't bother with anything at all, but if you use a pencil, then I think you get a very unnatural look. And also if you use a shadow, you get a very smudgy look. So when I was thinking about brows, I came up with the idea of using something like this, which is a very, very fine brush, can you see? And inside the container here is what is effectively liquid paint. So I'm now going to just use fine feathery strokes, and I'm going to add some extra definition to my brows like this. So building up some colour and some density that doesn't not exist without it. Okay. Kind of filling in that gap there that I've got. And then because my brows are shorter than they should be, I'm going to extend the length slightly like that. Okay? So just compare the difference now between the left brow and the right brow. you think that's better? So suddenly this eye has got a framing to it that this eye doesn't have quite so successfully. So I'm going to put that back in, shake it up, and just do the other side. Now you may think that your brows don't matter very much, but actually they are absolutely essential in ensuring that you look better when you've finished. It's the way that the eye looks at the face and what it expects to see. And you know that somebody like Angelina Jolie is thought to be one of the most beautiful women in the world. If you look at Angelina Jolie's face, the reason that she's thought to be so exceptionally beautiful is because she has a very symmetrical face. And symmetry is what our eye loves. Symmetry means the balance between one side and the other. Now, by improving your brows and the way that your brows look, you actually improve that sense of symmetry that your face has, because you've got two brows, one on either side, and they need to match. So I'm going to go back with my spoolie and I'm just going to make sure that that's nicely finished. And there you have it. Brows look better. So, having done that, I'm going to go on to my fourth top tip. So we've got skin, we've got wearing makeup, we've got putting your brows in so that there's proportion and symmetry, and now we're going to add some colour to the face. Colour is essential when you're older because your face is probably quite faded and we lose this definition from our lips, from our cheeks, and also from our eye area. You can put a lot of that back with makeup. So, blush, really essential, and a lovely pinky blush as well. Looks lovely when you're older. Nothing too orangey. So I'm going to put the blush on, starting here, patting it into my skin. And this is almost like an instant healthy glow that I'm going to give myself. You know those heroines in the Darcy novels? They used to pinch their cheeks when they saw Mr. Darcy riding by. Oh, the gorgeous Ross Poldark. He's been riding by on our screens recently on a horse, looking pretty damned fabulous. And as I said, these heroines in those days, they didn't have lovely makeup like us, so they had to rely on what nature gave them, and they knew that if they pinched their cheeks, the cheeks would go lovely and pink, and it would make them look prettier. So Mr. Darcy would notice them and jump off his horse and scoop them up. Okay, so having done that, I'm now going to use my brush. Our blusher is a cream to powder formulation. It's brilliant so that you can just make sure that you haven't got too much on and that you've smoothed it into your cheeks and created a really nice effect. So that's me with blush. And the last thing I'm going to do is add some lipstick. And I always think, final thing, touch of lipstick, and you just, I don't know, instantly lights up the face. It's really pretty. So before I put the lipstick on, I'm going to put some lip primer on. Lip primer is fabulous when you're older. I'm going to put it around the edges of my lips. And the reason I'm doing this is because you'll see I've got quite a lot of lines around the edges of my lips. Quite common when you're older. And this problem of the lips fading and then having these lines around means that the lipstick doesn't know where to stop. So what it does is it feathers and bleeds into the lines around, and you get a very blurred edge to your lipstick, which is really not very good. So pop the primer on. Everything's available from www.lookfabulousforever.com. We have about 13 products, 5 face, 5 eye, and 3 lip products, and they have all been specifically formulated to what I thought would be brilliant for women when they're older. And as you would expect me to say, I think they are brilliant. So come and have a look. So that's my final touch of what I think makes a huge difference when you're older. So my 5 top tips are: great looking skin, lots of good skin care, exfoliate regularly, drink lots of water, make sure your skin isn't dehydrated. Secondly, wear makeup, even if it's only a little bit. Thirdly, get your brows right, proportion and symmetry is important. Fourthly, cheek colour, blush, really helps when you're older to make you look prettier, healthier, and ultimately younger. And finally, a touch of really beautiful lipstick that complements your skin tone and just makes you look lovely. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, and do come and visit us at www.lookfabulousforever.com. Thank you.